Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I'll be doing the second part in explaining the Microsoft Flight Simulator. So hopefully my last video kind of motivated you into aviation. So in this part we'll be going through the flight training tab. I will try go in a very deep explanation, and I will make a whole playlist on my YouTube channel which would show you every single part in the flight simulator and go into deep detail. Sit back, relax, maybe grab some popcorn, and I'll tune you guys back in after the intro.
Order 129, left heading 090, descend to maintain 3000. Left heading 090, descend to maintain 3000, Order 129. Number 4518, speed 210, then maintain 4000.
210, then down to 4000.
Going to 45, fly heading 095, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay guys, so when you first open up your flight simulator, you'll see your flight training. So what you want to do is see your flight training. Now the basic handling, you really don't want to skip that, because the basic handling, it really teaches you a lot of important parts in aviation, and also it tells you a lot of basic stuff on how to control a plane in your in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. And whenever you first download it, it'll usually realize that you're on keyboard, so it'll show you your keyboard settings. But in my opinion, it's better to first get a yoke or your own flight system, because with keyboard it's really complicated to try flying, it's really hard. So let's get into the first tab, the basic handling. So in the basic handling, you could see 8 separate tabs. So in this one, it really teaches you how to use like the elevators and your ailerons, and it teaches you like the power management and also your trim. So in the first one, it teaches you your basic controls, and it shows you how to move around your camera in your plane. So after the basic handling, you can see takeoff and landing. In this one, it mostly would focus on your takeoffs and landings. So as you can see, this one it's a bit less than the basic handling, because it doesn't show that much. And in most tabs in the flight training, always mostly at the end, it would show like your first solo flight, because in each tab it teaches you something new. So in this one, it teaches you how to taxi, how to take off, and it focuses on your smoothness and your approach, and it teaches you how to mostly teaches you just to take off but not really land, because on the land it doesn't tell you like that much stuff. So after the takeoff and landing, you'd see VFR navigation. So this is when it starts to get a little bit technical. So in this, you could see it teaches you how to navigate yourself in the open world. It teaches you pretty much how to navigate yourself around the airport without using your flight plan. So after the VFR navigation, you have airliner training. So in airliner training, it mostly teaches you not about any other plane, but it focuses on the A320neo. So in the airliner training, it's very short. It's just a takeoff and a landing. But with the takeoff and landing, it mostly makes a checklist for you to follow when you take off and land. And it teaches you how to use your throttle and how to navigate yourself with your landing. So after the airliner training, you would have bus pilot. Now bus pilot, it teaches you how to land on around water, teach you how to land on water with special types of planes. So as you could see, it teaches you also how to land on very short runways, as you can see in these two, and then the rest of them it kind of teaches you how to land on water. And as I said before, it shows you that you kind of like fly by yourself in this one. So that's the bush pilot. The bush pilot, it's not really that important in my opinion, because in the Microsoft Flight Simulator you're not usually going to land on water, but it's like whatever, it's up to you. So this is your IFR navigation, the very last tab in the flight training. So in this, it teaches you all of your stuff that you learned from the flight training and puts it all into one. So it teaches you how to climb and descend. It teaches you your landing in very low visibility. It teaches you how to use ILS, and it teaches you to use your instruments and speed control, and your IFR tests, which is the last one, which is putting all your skills that you learned in your flight training all into one single piece. So we finished all the separate parts in the flight training. So now we're going to go into the introduction and the basic handling. So here it tells you your training duration, and it shows you your plane that you're using. So in this one, in this flight training, you'd be using Cessna 152. And usually in some parts it would show you what you're going to learn. So let's get into the training. Okay guys, so we have loaded into your introduction. So you just want to click ready to fly right here. So after you click ready to fly, it would put you into this third person view. So you want to go into it should start to show you stuff in it should start to show you your plane. So as you can see here, it started to, so to look around the plane, you shift and then your down button to look down, or up, or left and right. And to switch into like cursor mode, you click on like your scroll wheel, and then it would show you that. So in this one, it kind of like, in this introduction, it kind of teaches you about how to like your camera and like that stuff. It doesn't show you that really important stuff. So as you can see here, it tells you to open your basic controls. In this, I'll be using my keyboards. Oh, okay. So usually it should show like your keyboard or something. So open the camera panel in your toolbar. So to go here, you just want to move your cursor and put it up here, and then click on that kind of camera, and then click on that. As you can see here, you see your cockpit, external and showcase. As you can see here in a view, yeah, it says close panels, so you want to close that. And then after that, it would, so it wouldn't say that, it would show like your keyboard bind, but it's just because I have a yoke, it would be my third yoke button. But I would be not using that, I'll just be using the camera tab and go into cockpit. So after that, you would see this is your yoke right here. So it should show you how to move your yoke around. So with your left click button, you can click on it to click on like stuff in the cockpit like that, and move the mixture around, you know. So it would show like usually how to like move around and your camera, but I'm not going to do the whole introduction for this introduction in the planes. But if you want me to do a do the like all of the tabs in the introduction menu, then it would be a pleasure. Just comment down in the comment section below. And so yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit the bell to get notifications on when I post further videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.